And now, a minute of spiritual uplift from the Right Reverend Robert Smith Jr. of the New Bethel Baptist Church, located in the soul of Detroit, Michigan.
I hear more young people now, under 30, 35, when you say, what you doing for Christmas? They say, I don't celebrate Christmas. You know, it's all been taken for the wrong cause. And of course, people have been preaching it for years. You have, like Minister Farrakhan, he's real hard on Christmas. There are others who talk about Christmas being for the merchants. You know, matter of fact, I wrote a song about 25 years ago. So everybody get a little something out of Christmas with Jesus, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, everybody but him. But you lose it when you say you don't celebrate it.
This message of uplift is brought to you by business and personal wealth advisor Luke Nowacki, who reminds you that what does it profit a man to gain the whole world but never enter the kingdom of God? But while you're waiting, Nowacki wants you to remember that overreaction is not a sound financial strategy. So call Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for sound financial advice.
Live from downtown Detroit, it's No BS News Hour with my main man, Charlie.
No bullshit!
This is just it, breaking news. No more bullshit. No more bullshit.
Well, Karen, it's been a whole year of bullshit.
So it appears, Charlie.
Some good, some bad, but you made us a list.
Yeah, I did make a list.
It's a pretty good list. You're pretty smart.
Says who?
Me.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. I pay attention just as you do.
And as the intro says, I'm no bullshit.
Yeah, well, I appreciate
You're
that,
smart.
Charlie.
So you made a list
Yes.
of what you think are some of the year's biggest stories.
Right. Some of the things, that we have been watching, some of the things that we should be watching, and some that are indicators of what we should watch for next year.
Okay, well, hit us with item number one.
All right. Well, the first, certainly because there were just some convictions. The kidnapping attempt of Governor Whitmer. Fox, who was supposed to be the brains behind it, got 16 years.
Adam Fox, yes.
Right, and Croft was the spiritual leader, got 20. So
Barry Croft.
right, that was a big story.
These two knuckleheads.
These two knuckleheads.
Okay,
yeah.
so like one guy's getting 16, one guy's getting 20, right? The other two guys they were on trial with got acquitted. They got retried. And Mark, am I wrong here? Like the prosecution, federal prosecution, was saying, compare these guys to ISIS?
Yeah, Charlie, I mean, and I can think of some other things that took place over the years and we'll get to that, where nobody got penalized. So, I mean, was it because it was an election year? Was it because she was an elected official?
Bingo. There. I mean, that's, I mean, rightly or wrongly, the law benefits those that are elected officials.
Well, that, and then the attention.
For protection.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
okay, but
now to compare him to ISIS, to me, that's a little
lot.
Theater of the courtroom.
Like the blind sheikh who plotted the bombing of the World Trade Center.
Were there any elected officials in there?
Look, it was the World Trade Center. Yes, of course there was.
It's horseshit.
Okay, I mean, these guys couldn't manage an IHOP. What do you mean ISIS?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, what's Adam Fox?
Yes.
This dude is living underneath a trap door in a vacuum cleaner repair shop.
Which you talked about early on when you brought up, about where he was staying. I'd never heard of that before until we talked about it here on the show.
And then the spiritual advisor of Barry Croft. Out of Delaware, I believe, right? Okay, let's look at Barry. Why do I sound echoey?
I don't know. I plug your mic in. Is your mic not plugged in all the way?
This one?
Yeah.
How about I move to this one?
I think that's a good
There
idea.
you go. All right. How's that?
That's better.
Hello,
Now I can
everybody.
see you.
I'm back.
better.
Hi, Karen.
Now I can see you.
Okay, so let's get to Barry Croft. Barry Croft's father coats his ceiling with aluminum foil. You know why? To stop aliens from eating his brainwaves.
Oh, it must be working.
Now, the son, Barry, believes he can walk on the ceiling. And then I'm quoting from the tapes here. He says he had not only to kidnap Whitmer, he had planned to multiply the power of Zoltron by 7-fold.
Okay.
You know what that means?
No.
Nobody knows
Does
what
anybody
the fuck
know?
that means. The fucking power of Zoltron. What the fuck? Okay. Let's go back to the mastermind here. You know, the ISIS, the Twin Towers guys that, you know. All right, your plan was, okay, we go to Whitmer's cottage up north. We're going to scope this out. Okay, what's the plan? We're going to dress as a pizza guy, knock on the door, and when she answers the door, we're going to snatch her. And when we snatch her, we're going to blow up some bridges. And then once we blow up the bridges, we're going to do plan 1. Put her on a motorboat. Send her to Lake Michigan, but only with a half a tank of gas. So you can only get to the middle of Lake, and then she's drifting around. Either that, or we kidnap her. We sail her over to Wisconsin. We put her on trial in a barn. We convict her, and then we lock her in a dog cage for 5 years. I swear to fucking God.
It's so stupid. It's brilliant.
Oh my God. These guys are masterminds. Now, they did scope the joint out. Okay. They did talk about bombing it. So when they were doing their maneuvers, they packed a water balloon full of BBs and firecracker powder and tried to light it on fire, and it didn't work.
Are they 12?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point.
Walking on the ceiling, that would make him the inverse of 12, which would be negative
Lionel
12.
Richie? Oh.
From Zoltron.
Ceiling.
Space Lord.
12 times 7 is 84.
Okay.
What a mess.
I couldn't have sat through that trial. So
Oh, my.
A little bit of a heavy-handed sentence, I'd say. But, you know, is it going to be punitive so no one else threatens?
But they're in federal prison, too. That's
Sure.
another thing.
No,
so it's not like they're going to be at the
Karen, you're
state
right.
pen.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
big deal.
It's huge. And, well, look, they did that. So here's the thing. Don't be yakking online talking about murdering people and then actually predicating the crime by going out there, right, and scoping it out. And, yeah, they were actively trying to get dynamite. They found a guy in a car who's got the dynamite was an FBI agent. The guy driving the car was the FBI plant, okay? Now, the other FBI guy in charge of this got fired for beating his wife because she didn't want to get down at the swinger party. I kid you not. This is fucking Michigan.
What is this, like trailer park entertainment?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a great movie someday.
TPE.
It'll be a good movie.
And the FBI all along was paying for food, paying for travel, paying for motel rooms, right? So I do believe you. I've said it all along. They should get some time here, but like 20 fucking years.
But like Mark said, it's because of the attention that was. I mean, all of that weighs into it. So you know, everybody wants to look like the hero, and you know, we saved the governor, we saved the state of Michigan, and we're putting away these, you know, intelligent criminals, and they'll never bother anybody again.
It's going to be great for the presidential run, isn't it?
You think?
Okay, put their pictures back up for the people that are actually watching. Okay, the goober on the left is the one living in the trapdoor basement in the vacuum cleaner repair shop.
I think their mugshot's the best picture they've ever taken. Or that, I mean, I don't mean that. Sorry, I didn't mean that negative. But the mugshot, they look a lot better than some of the other photos the media uses.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Barry's always got the pirate
The smirk.
thing, the pirate bandana, and then he's got the not the Confederate, but the colonial hat. So a little cosplaying, but you know they look like normal guys there.
So
TPE.
So you're talking. What's TPE?
Trailer park entertainment.
Oh, okay. So the trailer park dude on the right, that's Croft. Okay. Now, either you have that photograph upside down, or he's actually walking on the floor.
I think it's upside down.
I'm just saying.
I think it's upside down.
He's walking on the ceiling.
It's inverted. It's inverted so we can comprehend.
Who's the next kidnapping victim? Lionel Richie? Huh?
Walking on the ceiling?
Right up here on the ceiling. Ooh, what a feeling.
Bada boom. Okay, got it.
Okay, now listen. If you're going to start yakking online like this, you want to make sure nobody's infiltrating your chat room, or you know what I mean. So,
But that's not even possible, Charlie. So the thing about it is just don't do it.
well, I don't know if it's possible. That's why I would call XG Service Group, right? Who are
What a segue.
who are experts
Brilliant.
in the internet and voice over internet protocol. You know what I mean? They Wi-Fi design and installation, security systems.
There you go.
I don't know. You can just call Matt Yaskovitz and say, hey, you know. And I don't recommend anybody's plotting any
An insurrection.
insurrection or fishing
So you're
trips.
not asking criminals to call to say, are we able to do this? Can you protect us?
There's nothing illegal if you're a criminal and you want to call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not at all. Right? It's not Minority Report. You haven't committed the crime yet.
Unless the country keeps up this way, brother.
Allegedly.
Can't even call if you're a criminal. Criminals are allowed to call. It's right there. It's like the 32nd Amendment.
Listen, digital menu boards and drive-through systems, you know, restaurant tours. Nobody wants to get out of the car. They do everything. We went down to the border and our internet systems were working. That's what you saw. So call Matt Yaskovitz at 734-245-4100, XG Service Group. Thank you very much.
When we were at the old place and our internet would fail every day, they came and fixed it. within
that's
about
how
2
we
weeks.
met 'em.
No, I know.
What do you mean your internet failed every day?
Over at Drew's, remember?
Yeah, don't you remember
No,
that?
I don't recall. It was flawless as I remember
Yeah, me too.
in the lower level.
And they just came and hooked it up. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, they were great.
But don't talk about the lower level just because you're in the penthouse now.
Amen.
Okay.
No
right.
problem. It's New Year. You're right. I don't want to get too full of myself.
Don't.
Moved on right up
Stay
here to
humble.
American Coney Island. Okay, what do we got next on the list, Karen?
All right, next, the election in the state of Michigan. There was a Democratic sweep at the heart of which was the issue of abortion. And, you know, we talked a lot about that. We talked to the gubernatorial contender, which was, no, I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Which one?
Tudor Dixon.
Tudor
Because
Dixon.
it wasn't Whitmer.
No, it wasn't. No,
No.
it wasn't. But you know, everybody talked about their support for the governor and you know that whole thing. But that Democrat, at the heart of that, the success of that campaign was abortion, and maybe some flubs from the other campaign. I think it fueled a big win.
Governor never talked to me, but didn't stop her and her dark money jackals from using me. Let's roll the tape.
If you take Tudor Dixon at her word when it comes to outlawing abortion, she's told us exactly who she is.
Are you for the exemptions for rape and incest?
I am not.
You said no exceptions. But the question would be like a 14-year-old who, let's say, is a victim of abuse by an uncle.
Yeah.
You're saying carry that?
No exceptions for rape and incest, or what about health of the mother?
No exception.
Tudor Dixon. That's not acceptable.
Did you notice, like, those other clips they used, the ones sandwiched in between what we did here at American Coney Island, were almost a year earlier? No exceptions. You look at
I did not know that.
Look at the dates on it.
Yeah, no, I will next time. I never see it.
So,
but yeah.
so there's, you know, I'm not the first person to ask your position, but it's the way that you ask.
That's true.
Right?
And what you do with the response.
True enough. Again, no exceptions is like, what? But you put it in a way that when you really think about rape of girls, you know 90% of the time where that's coming from. So when you do it that way, people start to think about their lives in real life. And that's all it was, right? So
That's true.
So maybe I agree, just trying to unpack that whole election. Yeah, abortion was a really big deal, and the governor was not popular. Wasn't 50% popular. Didn't hit 50% in the polls till late.
Till the end, yep.
But don't you also think it was like the whole card was like, especially the undercard was like sociopaths, like lunatics?
I wouldn't say that, Charlie, but I mean, our pickings are always slim.
But weren't they like Karamo, like this? You know. Like
They
yoga satanic.
were eccentric. Let me say eccentric.
I can't go for this. Okay,
I'm gonna say eccentric. I don't want to call anybody crazy or nuts. But it was eccentric. It was out there.
Go ahead, Mark.
Mark's
there was
grumbling.
nuts. there were some nuts out there. Come on, there were some loons.
Yeah, that's the.
But they would have fit right in.
No, I'm not.
They won.
Well,
And
you're allowed to vote for a loon. I'm
There
just
was
saying.
absolutely no money for Dixon. Like they killed her with
Yo, shit.
that interview with me
That
for
buried
2
her.
months before you heard a response.
Yeah, no, she had an unfair position because no money, but who's going to give her money because she was polling so low, right? It's chicken and egg kind of thing.
Well, there's the other part that was the weirdest part of the election, the biggest part of the story, the thing that actually got the most noise this past year was the front runners, especially James Craig and Perry Johnson, the fix-it guru, got the fake signatures.
That's true, but I'm telling you, Charlie,
bizarre.
It was very strange, almost strategic, if you will.
Do you think that was a Democratic plant?
I don't know. I don't necessarily. Who was a Democratic plant?
Like the fake signature gatherers.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing.
Well, no, did you just say
Well, a little bit because maybe because this is people that work campaigns can easily infiltrate their competitors. People cut deals behind closed doors. Who's going to run? Who's not going to run? Because James Craig was not a political. He had never run for an elected position before. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt in that he didn't know all the moving parts and pieces of a campaign, and so you're entrusting that to someone whose trust was obviously violated his trust.
You said something interesting though. You said it's not uncommon for moles to be in campaigns?
Not at all. Not at all.
Now, you worked in the Kilpatrick administration, and he was supposed to be down and out and gone. Were there moles in the Freeman Hendricks campaign?
I'm not sure.
But you can't say
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Maybe that's something we can pursue for the new year.
Maybe so, Charlie.
Something new and interesting.
Yes, we can do that. We'll see what we can uncover.
And if you're listening, Chief Craig, Happy New Year, and Perry Johnson, I told you these guys were just going to soak you.
Yeah, I mean, and they took advantage of the fact that he didn't know. I mean, I always think about the announcement that was made on Bill Al. It was not strategic. It was just random. It was haphazard. It was raggedy, and it just set him off on a very negative trajectory thereafter.
And what are we going to see? What do we expect in the future from the Whitmer administration? One, you're going to see right to work or be repealed, right? Prevailing wage.
Right. Perhaps.
Government contracts are going to have to increase. Gay rights. What else?
I don't know, Charlie. I mean, but I'll tell you this, though. Everything that we have been asking for and not getting, and then saying, oh, well, the legislature is Republican controlled. Now that's not an excuse anymore. So we should have smooth sailing. Everything that I know, I'm just saying, like, what's going to, I know, but what's going to be the reason now? You can't say, well, I've worked across the aisle and the Republicans don't want to cooperate. Now you don't have that as an excuse or a reason.
No one else to blame.
No one else to blame.
Yeah, they shit the bed with the buddy. We'll get to that soon, but I just want to remind you all that it's a very warm and friendly place here at American Coney Island in the heart of downtown at Lafayette, Michigan Avenues.
Very friendly.
It's where everybody goes, right? It's the cleanest joint around. And even Al Roker comes here. And God bless you, Al. Get better.
Not like that other guy, Al Joker, who eats at Lafayette. So make sure
it would probably help
Roker
if it was
not a joker.
true to the very beginning of the spot, right?
Why point it out?
Because it's funny.
Who's responsible?
Me.
American Coney Island.
I fired.
So good,
Not
even
yet.
Al Roker from the Today Show eats here. Not like that other guy, Al Joker, who eats at Lafayette. So make sure you're a Roker and not a joker. American Coney Island.
Was Grace a model? It seemed like she should have been a model.
You ask her. I don't know.
I will.
I think maybe her mom was.
I mean, she's always so poised, so well dressed, so,
Don't sell the woman, sell the hot dog.
Okay.
Okay, what's next on the list?
All right, Charlie. We're talking third world. Detroit, actually. Not necessarily a third world, but we do live like third world citizens.
It is in a Wallet Hub said the most impoverished people, the city with the people struggling the most.
Right here in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
That we are the poorest. Michigan continues to lose population.
Michigan continues to lose population.
As does Detroit.
Because didn't this year the mayor and the congressional delegation sue the Census Bureau?
And what happened?
Zilch.
Haven't heard anything else about it.
Nothing.
But that's what? What's my word?
Performative.
Yep.
narration.
That's it.
It's what it is.
And no results.
Judge
Nothing
me
at all.
by the population growth. Where
That's what he said.
is it? Okay.
And nobody has challenged that. Nobody has said, even if you said, you know what, this was my plan, but A, B, and C happened. Let's just not forget that it was said, that it was a commitment, it was a promise, and nobody's brought it up.
Well, it's important because if you want to hear this, ladies and gentlemen, when you look back at, just follow how this is going, and you look back at the titans of this city. It's a 300-year-old city, plus founded by Cadillac, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. You remember Cadillac. Mm-hmm. You remember Charles Bowles. You remember Coleman Young. You remember, etc. Right?
It's a ton of folks, but yeah.
I don't know if you're going to remember Mike Duggan, if this, because it's not turning around.
No, it's not. But, you know, I mean, there are people who, I always
Did
say.
he get married this year or last year?
I don't even know. It's a blur. But people always.
Last year, I think, right?
People used to say that, you know, people that supported Kwame Kilpatrick were drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, people that continue to blindly support Duggan are smoking crack.
Hey, dude, Google it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's on it.
He's engaged in the conversation.
Speaking of engagement, right?
He's Googling it.
Yeah. I don't know. What year? Was that this year? That was this year.
I think it was this year.
I think it was too.
Now, you know, like you caught on tape, going to the burbs.
To visit
a woman.
Siphoning money or steering. Let's use that word. Steering.
Public money towards the woman. When you said you didn't, and then you deleted all the emails and you wouldn't comment on your relationship. And then all of a sudden you're married.
Yep. And everybody said, we just want the mayor to be happy.
September of 2021. But
it was 2021.
But didn't he have that reception later after they got married?
They went on their honeymoon and there was the pictures. Yeah, right. So
we're all right. We're all correct.
Well, whatever. Detroit's not the only place. Like the whole north of this country's falling apart. Buffalo, Buffalo, New York, big snowstorm.
Yep.
40 people dead.
That's crazy.
The people are texting, "Help me," and they're dead.
Yep.
You can't plow the roads. What the fuck is going on here?
In a city that snow is nothing new in Buffalo, so it's not like it snowed in Phoenix.
Yep, and it's not like Detroit where they sold the snow plows.
Yeah.
Remember that one? Hey, global warming, we don't need them anymore. Fuck! Hippie, you didn't know that, did you? That's how we do shit over here. That's how we do.
Sell everything. We sell everything.
Liquidate. This dumbass goes to the gas station, right, to get batteries in his skinny jeans. He don't even looking around. Not even looking around. Red's like, hey, dude.
Why are you buying batteries at a gas station?
With skinny jeans.
Red needed batteries, and I was driving, and that was the closest spot.
Tell me you weren't wearing a parka with fringe on it.
I was not.
Okay, at least that.
Okay, you're too pretty for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not in skinny jeans.
A compliment? You're too pretty.
I own a pair of skinny jeans.
No. You do.
Also, they're just all tight.
Yeah, what are they called? Ankle huggers?
I just got big quads.
I got big quads.
Okay. Back to the list, Charlie.
Well, he has no New Year's resolutions, does he?
I guess not.
Okay, so, and now, Jackson, Mississippi. Again, no water. No water.
In 2023.
And they don't know where the water went. And they get their water from the river.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No, but that's the country. The Ukraine gets $100 billion. Zelensky gets some T-shirts. Well, I'm glad that we're helping them fight the war that we don't want to fight, right? But we could sure use infrastructure.
Yeah. That's our thing. What about us, though? What about people here in this country?
They're not mutually exclusive either. This country's rich. We can do
well. It
both.
is, but we mismanage.
This country's broke.
You're right.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Country's broke. The stuff that we want, we can't have. The reason they won't give Jackson a water system is because then Flint's going to need a water system. Sure. Detroit's going to need a water system. LA's going to need a water system. I'm going to tell you, man, Houston needs a water system.
So it's like having multiple kids. If you buy one for one, you got to get it for all of them.
Tap right on the head there. Tap right on the head. So you remember the head of the EPA gave that famously horrible interview to the congressional delegation. She ends up becoming the climate czar. Not you run out on your ass, you bureaucratic hack. We're going to promote you.
But that's what happens, Charlie. We recycle people regardless of their past performance or lack thereof.
And let's focus. Like, that hurts real people.
Yeah.
So I got a BFF now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, Chris Coleman was my BFF.
I thought I was.
No, no. He's my boyfriend forever.
Oh, okay. I can't do that.
So I was on his show again last night, and we were talking about Jackson. We got the tape?
Yep.
Let's check it
Now,
out.
Charlie LeDuff went deep on what was happening in Flint, Michigan. You remember that. I mean, it was a similar situation. It was about the infrastructure and updating how the water is conducted and how it's treated. And there was a big national thing. And then went away. They said still had their problems there, but very similar situation in Jackson. Charlie, what do you want to ask Takemia, and what's your perspective on this?
First of all, I just want to say hi, Takemia. I'm Charlie, and I really like hearing you. You're awesome. You're like
hi, Charlie.
My kind of people.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm sorry, buddy.
Right.
I got water in my house, and I bet you the governor, he does, right? I'm assuming he lives in Jackson. He's the governor of the state. Does he got water in his toilet?
Well, you know what? He makes sure that when the water gets, he got a big tanker truck. He got a tanker. So I'm quite sure he probably either ain't at home. I mean, he probably ain't there. He probably at home with water. Ain't nobody nowhere no water. But somebody that can't afford water.
I tell you what.
Like me.
I took a whole tanker full of water to Flint, like a whole gasoline tanker of fresh water from down here, because there were 5-year-olds who never played in a sprinkler in their lives. That's how bad we're getting screwed. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They're not gonna do nothing for you, right? How long has this been going on? 5 years, 15 years, 20 years? How long the federal government been coming? 4 years, 5 years? What'd they ever do? Nothing, because you don't matter. We just gave $45 billion to Ukraine, and you don't have any water.
I don't have no water.
It's unconscionable.
I have none.
It's unbelievable. And
yes.
How come you don't have any? Did they explain to you why you don't have any water?
Well, I haven't heard from my governor. I've heard from the mayor. And of course, he's just trying to, pat the citizens on the back, letting us know progress is getting made. But progress
Takemia, if I might, you sound real smart. Why don't you have any water?
I went through the last water crisis, and now it's like I'm having to live a life of adaptation, and I don't want to adapt to not having no water.
I know. You're like living on some reality show.
Like that in the third world. They don't live like that in the third world, Takemia. Nobody goes to the bathroom in a bag.
I promise you this. This is just one show and one team. But we'll stay on this, and we'll stay on it on the regular until somebody can explain to people like you, to your satisfaction, why things are wrong and how to make them right. And Charlie, I always love folding you in. I'm going to give you a buzz. We got to plan a trip where we can do some reporting together, and real soon, as soon as we get to the new year.
We got to, brother.
Thank you
and
for
if you
your
allow me
perspective.
1
Charlie
second,
LeDuff.
just people of Flint,
Go ahead.
they never did a day in, nobody did a day in jail to Takemia for what they did to Flint, not one day. So get used to it. You got to start marching up there at that Capitol. I think tonight, people just saw who you are. Leaders come from strange places. I think I just heard one. Thanks for having her on, Chris.
Tucker's going to be jealous.
My other BFF?
Yes, your other BFF. I like Chris Cuomo, though. I'm glad to see. I like that. I like that.
It was nice of you to have Cuomo on your show.
Yeah, it was. But I also like that you humanized the conversation and you recognized her as a person. I mean, that just totally changed the landscape of the conversation because it personalized it. And it showed a level of respect for who she was and the situation that she was going through. Not just, I want you to give me some insight. I see you. I recognize you. I respect you. And I sympathize with the situation that you're in.
I'm actually trying to imagine.
I can't.
What the fuck? Like Flint, one thing, At least, Flint
They
got
had dirty
screwed.
water.
That was
Yeah.
another thing this year. You got no justice. It all got screwed up, but at least they could flush their toilet? Where the fuck are we living?
I would go and pull the plug on that water tanker in front of the governor's house. That's what I do. I get a gang, not a group. I get a gang of people and go out there and pull the plug, and that's what you have to do to me, because it's like, just talking and marching and complain. They just dismiss it these days.
Now, if
Just
you
like
own,
you just
if you
did.
own a home and you're having trouble with those
Just
bills,
like Charlie just
right?
did.
Credit is expensive, right? Highest since 96. Here's what I would do. I don't care if you're in Jackson or you're in Jackson, Michigan.
What would you do?
I'd call Hall Financial, right? They're there to help you become debt-free. Getting a cash-out refi from Hall Financial is probably the best way to use the equity in your home to pay off high-interest credit card debt. 5 minutes, free. A mortgage review with Hall Financial is all it takes to get you and your family in a better position this holiday season, into next year, into the spring, into the summer. They're there. Get the money you need now with a cash out refinance from Hall Financial. That's 866-CALL-HALL, or chat with them online at callhallfirst.com. That is mine and Mark's mortgage broker.
Yep.
No doubt about that.
You're next, Jesus.
As soon as he gets his debt consolidated.
Oh.
His mom, we talked about that last week, and his mom texted, like, what kind of debt you got? And he's like, it's not too bad.
You just finished
Hi, Kim.
college, though. So.
He finished college years ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's a true millennial right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And you know what?
Joe Biden's coming to save you. Hang on.
What's next on the list, Karen?
Next on the list, Charlie, is something we talk about a lot, and you always make this the core of a lot of our conversations, and that's the interest rate.
Doubled.
The inflation.
Up 7% over the year.
Dow Jones.
Down 10% for the year.
All right, for the year. And what did you get when the Pentagon got $1 trillion?
I got pajamas. Nice pajamas.
Okay.
An understated design. I believe woolen. Nice. They do give me static cling.
Oh.
I might have been wearing them. I kissed my wife and we got a shock. It was either that or I was folding the stuff in the
So she's got you in pajamas now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's just how much in love you guys are.
No, it's the beard bod, bro. It's the
okay.
speckled, hairy beard bod. Put these on. I don't see you walking around in those underpants anymore.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, so the Pentagon gets $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the shaft with Detroit,
Charlie, if you remember, our COVID dollars, or the ARPA dollars to Detroit, were $800 million, of which we have $700 left. Where are those dollars?
So we can't manage a city, but we got $700 million sitting in the bank so politicians can move things and look like they're doing stuff.
Or until everybody forgets that we have it and it goes someplace that it's not making a difference.
And then this year, the city council, and we've had them on like, there's 7,500 jobs. Dude, it was 90 jobs. It hasn't grown an inch, right? The guy that's supposedly building it is living down in Florida.
Well, Charlie, yeah, you're right. And you think about the tax break and how there was a lot of conversation and, council backed down because there was a lot of public opposition to it. It was quietly reintroduced as a line item and approved. That was $60 million in addition to the $100 million that was already delivered.
And when Karen, crystal ball, you got the magic telephone. What can we expect in 2023?
Well, Charlie,
breaking news. I did it to him.
That's a cue. Come on. Give me my stuff.
Come
on, Mark. All right. And this is from a friend who is on council.
Not a friend.
No, I respect
with
them.
these people.
Well, not friends.
Okay.
I respect this person. We have
No, it's good to respect. Okay,
right. Mutual respect. I don't have friends.
Yep.
I don't hang out with people. I don't do that. But this is somebody that I respect. I don't.
We'll take care of that in 2023.
What?
Gotta get you a friend.
I don't have friends either.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna wish for a friend.
Charlie, what are you
gonna kick the heels? dear Father Time of 2023, please.
Yeah, boy.
Bring
Okay.
Karen a friend.
I'm good. Thank you. Mark and I'll be friends. He doesn't
Sure,
have
I don't
any
have
either.
any, yeah.
So, but anyway, it says fireworks may be coming with the illage tax incentive request in 2023. So, the District of Detroit is being reintroduced, redefined, and, that's going to be part of it.
Wait, you mean this guy that's siphoning all the money out of town? We built him a hockey arena. He didn't do anything with it. No property tax, no revenue. We're giving him more.
Well, they're expecting the request to come down. So, of course.
If you're going to give these shitheads money, right, especially these guys that own sports teams, should make it contingent on levels. Like, did you make the playoffs? Of
course. That'd be even better.
Like,
Yeah.
incentives.
How about fulfilling the promises that you made
Amen.
in the earlier development agreements and and the promises when you were speaking?
It wasn't in the contract,
It wasn't in
Karen.
the contract. Yeah,
so
you're right.
who's
You're right.
responsible for that?
Make sure it's in the
The
contract.
fucking media, like
Yeah.
you powder puff cheerleaders.
That's true. So they can very easily get away with it. And another thing is that when people always say, "Oh, we're going to offer these jobs to Detroiters first," the caveat there is that for many of the jobs that are available, too many Detroiters don't qualify.
Right. So
they know it.
So they should get rid of that.
They should
I
get
don't
rid of
like
that.
They should
I
get
don't
rid
like
of
it
it and give you an incentive for every Detroiter you do hire.
Right, but
that would be better.
But they also factor in, there's a
Well,
penalty for not doing
that
it.
would be better.
It would be better.
And the penalty never gets paid.
It doesn't get paid.
And the incentives are greater than the penalties
But
would
sometimes
ever
the penalty or the fee for not fulfilling that commitment is factored into the cost, and so they know it. So,
All right,
I mean,
all
it's
right.
just all
It's
stuff.
bullshit.
There you go.
God damn it! Up dasher, up dancer, over those walls. Hurry, God damn it! Else I'll cut off your balls.
What does that have to do with anything, Charlie?
It was my first stepfather like doing it. I don't know. It's just
Oh.
one of them things from childhood. It just came to me.
From childhood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very rough.
All right.
I love you, Mom. Sorry.
Your mom should be on the show. She's good.
She was this past year.
She was, yeah. If you want to get shit fixed around the city, you call ADR. We all know it. Hundreds of millions of dollars in private and public construction projects since 2001. Competent. Oh, that's right. You don't want it. So if you're a private entity or a private entity dealing with the city, this is the dude. Reduce your costs, increase your bottom line. ADR saving clients millions. Barry Allen Tuck at 248-318-9424 for a free consultation. Get the job done right, on time, on budget. ADR Consultants, 248-318-9424. I got much better at this over the year.
Yeah, you have, Charlie. You should do it for a living.
Me and Chris Cuomo are going to do that.
I see.
We're
Well,
gonna
wait.
We're going to go on a reporting
So hold
trip.
on. You're just going to leave all of us behind?
Oh, we're all going. I'll negotiate it. We're going to need a camper. We're going to need green M&Ms,
camper?
snack cakes, and pajamas.
I don't do trailers, Charlie.
I got worse this year. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want to?
What's that?
You want to kill the show and tell us how
No,
miserable your life is?
No, my life's fine.
Oh, moving right along.
I just meant with the show, I've gotten worse. I've been fired 4 times in the last 2 months.
Yeah, but you fired yourself 3 times.
True. Yeah, okay. High standards.
Mark is good, though.
He's
excellent.
You're very kind.
He's the guy.
That's the thing only a friend would say.
I'm not
She
your friend.
has no friends.
I'm her friend
I'm
now
not-
because I don't
Are
have
we
any either.
friends
She
now?
has no friends, bro. So that means that was just honest and true.
Okay.
So take a compliment and shut the fuck up. Thank you. Karen, next, please.
I don't know where we are. We were talking about the FOIA on the tax breaks and the demolition.
no.
We didn't
we're-
talk about that. We're done with that.
I
Lafayette-
thought we discussed that pre-show.
Oh, we did. Okay, I didn't scratch it out.
New Year.
I'm sorry.
I gave you the pen.
Okay, but never mind. Okay.
Fix it in post.
It's hard to keep up
Done.
with Charlie. All right. Well, next is the Lafayette shutdown. That was a big story. Don't do that. I can't. I don't want to say that word. I don't even
I
want to.
think I smell a
I don't.
rat.
I don't.
I think I smell a rat.
Didn't I say I didn't want to hear that word?
Rodent.
That's gross.
Well, that was a huge story. I mean,
It was.
huge. It went on for weeks. I mean, it was ridiculous. Malik was protesting. Everybody, Langton stopping by. You know what I'm saying? It was an easy one.
City council pretended they were going to pass something.
Yeah.
And then that was done and quietly just kind of went away.
And do you notice how, like, you can't look up
health department records for restaurants. We have the video.
Yeah, look at them go.
Here, let me hear it.
Is that something? I can't. I'm not watching that.
It's off. Don't worry, Karen. You can look again.
Oh my Lord.
Charlie, stop.
Squeak. Oh, look at him.
Stop.
What's up, Doc?
Oh, gross.
You know, I just don't understand. I have a phobia. I can't.
Really? Is that
yes,
right?
That is. Bring me a snake, a spider, anything, but not that.
You should do what G. Gordon Liddy did.
What was that?
He was afraid of rats. He had a phobia, so he caught one and ate it.
Oh, come on, Charlie.
Swear to God, he cured himself.
I thought you were going to say he became one.
He ate a rat. Or you can go to Lafayette. I mean, before. Because it's fixed, it's open.
Mm-mm. I'll stick with American.
That's
stay here.
I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying,
don't.
That was a big story.
But
It's been fixed.
But the issue of
It's been fixed.
The issue of concern is oversight for our restaurants here in the city from a health perspective.
I just
That's
wanted
the
to show a rat video, but okay, you're right. I mean, there is none. It's
and there should be.
I mean, let's stop pretending. I'm going to get to these. I don't want to, but I got 3 major FOIAs here, Freedom of Information Act requests about your health and your civil liberties. Like they're capturing your cell phone information.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with it? Do you have a warrant? They haven't answered it. You don't know about it because it's too hard and the media don't want to do it. We got 3 not so great television stations news-wise, right? And we're getting a 4th.
Yeah.
That's going to be great this year.
Yeah. Well, more competition, right? Doesn't that make things better? More competition?
It's a race to the bottom.
heard.
They'll have a good producer, so we'll see.
So we can have yet another story about rats. If you pull the tails on those rats, so they go pop,
I am going to excuse myself in a second. I don't.
No,
what do they do?
They're nice rats around here. You pull their tail and they go like this. Whoa! Happy New Year!
That's pretty.
That's really kind of made it all the way over here.
Okay.
Oh boy. What's next?
What was the other big story, Karen, on the list here?
Well, for me, Charlie, and I really liked this story. I think this was huge. It was the giant slide.
The Belle Isle slide. I forgot about the Belle Isle slide.
It's called the giant slide on Belle Isle, Charlie. It's not the Belle Isle slide. It is the giant slide on Belle Isle.
Facts, ladies and gentlemen. No bullshit. Facts. The giant slide on Belle Isle.
Right.
And what happened? They resurfaced it? And
well, yeah, they resurfaced it, and I guess this is a thing. Older people still knew how to come down. The younger people were getting their behinds bounced, and it was hilarious. Ended up going viral, and it was a good time had by all.
We got tape. We got comedian Detroit Red and his gut.
After apparently they made some adjustments to fix the speed.
You know why he's in a potato sack?
Why?
Because a motherfucker's a sack of potatoes. You hear them fucking boiled potatoes.
Red's a good guy, and he's good. I mean, like he does all that crazy stuff that you want him to do.
That's right. But listen, if anybody's gonna go down the slide, get some life insurance. Call Legacy Partners. I'm telling you, right? I've been telling you how they can help you with Medicare, your RV, your boat, your motorcycle, your new car, whatever it is. If you're gonna go on the slide, get some medical insurance.
You'll need it.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. They're independent, so they shop between 7 and 10 carriers for your insurance to find the best deal. And when you get their quote, you're gonna be happy. I was happy. Mark?
Very happy.
Karen, have you tried them yet? You should just call them.
I have not.
I'm going to give you the number.
Okay, what is it?
586-209-4106. They're working tomorrow.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Tomorrow's Friday. Okay.
Yep. And then, it's the weekend, the big holiday weekend. I'm going to give you Alex's number, right?
Okay.
You're going to call that dude. Okay. 586-209-4106. Legacy Partners Insurance. That's who I shop with. Fact. Okay. Next.
All right, so now we kind of shift to the national scene, Charlie, and the big story of one of many, of course, was Nancy Pelosi's husband, Speaker of the House.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute.
And he was attacked.
Charlie.
We've got the video.
That's not nice, Charlie.
That's hurt.
He's okay now, right?
Fuck.
You all right?
Ow.
You're not in your underwear, though.
Wait there, officer.
Self-inflicted.
Where's the tape?
Ask Mark.
That's a great question. Where the tape is? There's supposed to be body cam footage, and there's been such conflicting reports as to what really happened there.
So do you think? No, I'm not going to say that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Say
Every
it.
time I say no.
No, do it. Why not? It's all,
Jesus
it's all
knows.
irresponsible speculation.
No, it's not. I mean, if there's no tape.
There's tape.
Okay, where is it?
Great question.
But that's my point.
Sure.
Do we have a right to know, to be able to match notes, to be able to come to an informed conclusion about?
Yes, we do. But it's a big political spat, isn't it? And everybody weaponizes
Sure,
it.
which is why you would think they would
Who's
want
they,
it
Mark?
out there. The Pelosi's would want it out there if they're, if he's.
Well, yeah, and she's no longer Speaker of the House, so it's just, a little sympathy kind of thing. Say it for me.
You're just giving people ideas.
Come on, Zach, say it for me.
Let's say this. It don't matter the circumstances. Nobody deserves to be beaten with a hammer.
Or anything else.
Right? Yeah. And that's all it should be. But it's all a big Twitter deal. Yeah. But don't manipulate me.
Isn't everything?
Yeah, it sure the fuck is.
All right. So certainly last but not least.
No. I got something I got to throw in.
Oh.
The latest installment of, not only is somebody breaking into Pelosi's house, Red got put out of the house and had to move into the flop house. Maybe. Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's the Norman.
Well, you'll see. Here's the latest installment. Red's Christmas Dinner.
Trailers for sale or rent. Put me out the house on divorce for let for 50 cents. No phone, all I know is what I got. No pets. Started from the bottom.
Ain't got no cigarettes to take.
But 2 hours of pushing broom by the 8 by 12 4-bedroom.
Come on.
Mama, man of means by no means. King of the road. Man, Merry Christmas to me. I don't know who sent me this George for me, but I'm about to have me my first home cooked meal since I've been in the Normandy. Hell yeah, I'm about to cook me a whole Christmas dinner. Might not be no turkey or no Cornish hen or no ham, but it's gonna be a home cooked meal on Christmas. Since I've been staying here at the Normandy, the daytime desk clerk Mo, me and him done got to be real cool.
As a desk clerk, I done seen everything you can name, from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top.
And Mo got some real funny stories about people trying to cook here.
Well, let me tell you, it's a story of a guy, he was cooking, but he was late for work. He was cooking so quick and so fast, he forgot to turn the fire off. So by the time we all figured it out, everybody was outside in the undies telling what happened, and this guy was at work with a hot grilled cheese sandwich.
So my job was to make sure I didn't become the next funny story. Well, first thing I gotta do is prep me a cooking area. It ain't like I got no kitchen in here. So, I'm gonna use a little table here. Gotta prep the meat first. So he saw me getting my little stuff together and he kinda warned me.
Well, all I gotta tell him, I said, he better hope it got his own holly jolly in there and it got his own happiness, cause he gonna be very disappointed.
All right, got my chicken rinsed off, meat's rinsed. Now I gotta grab my seasonings. Cause you ain't had no bland chicken, baby.
Tell you, the best meal to eat here is the one that you bring in.
All right, now all I gotta do is season the chicken, let it soak in these great seasonings. For the sweet hot chicken sauce, we're gonna use 2 packs KFC hot sauce, 1 pack of red gold ketchup, and for the sweet, a pack of KFC honey sauce. Got my sauce done, got my chicken, my meat is marinating. Got this bad boy plugged up. Soon as it get hot, I can put on some of my Pam Baby Easy Cleanup.
He better hope that it heat up and the lights don't go out, because you got to give up. You got to give one or the other up. Either you going to cook with the lights on or you're going to cook with the lights off. So it's up to you. So that's a chance you take. See? Listen, the way it's set up, if you plug up, you better unplug. And if you unplug, you better be ready to plug something up. You got to keep that circuit moving.
I knew Mo might be a little upset because he had just warned me, but being the cool guy he was, he took his time, came on back up there, got me going. And of course, being red, I tried to do it all over again. This shouldn't be too long for this bad boy heat up. Tell you, damn! One of the main problems that I ran into was you need real silverware in order to cook with a George Foreman. You can't use no plastic shit. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Ah, I wish I had a real fucking silverware. God. Tell me nothing. I only had one plastic fork, and by the time I finished the first chicken breast, it had to melt it.
Cause you laid it on the goddamn grill.
Chicken breast, pretty much with my hands. Shit! Ah, shit! Damn it! Shit! Ah, shit! Goddamn! Man, fuck that. $5 for 2 chicken breasts? I'm rinsing this son of a bitch off. We eating this. I don't give a damn. So after I, figured out that I had to burn myself on my fingertips, look like I'm smoking a blunt trying to flip the chicken breast. I had to prepare my beans, because I had me some good baked beans and some sweet corn. And I need to read more because it was cream of corn. It wasn't real corn, so that didn't work out at all. And I had to season up my beans. So after all of that, I prepared the meal, and I was ready to go. Sat down, turned on the TV to have me a nice Christmas dinner and a drink. My first home-cooked meal. Oh, I can't wait. Boy, this is gonna be...
He looks like he shit all over it.
I can taste it now. I ain't got no damn fork. We're gonna...
You got a candle.
Happen. But just...
He trying to cut with his spoon.
Oh,
No, but he did because his fork melted, remember?
Oh, he just snapped. Chick is cold by now. Use his fingers. Get you some bourbon, Red.
He heard you.
A little dry, even with the sauce. My first home cooked meal at Normandy. Yeah.
Poor fucker.
Yeah, sure. Not bad. This is home cooked.
Poor Red.
Yeah.
Seems painful.
I like the sticker on the bottom of the
Merry
glass.
Christmas to me.
He probably got it from the dollar store when he was
Yeah, I
sucking.
ended up going to Coney Island by the time it was all over with. So after all the issues, room to prepare, power going out, on my way out to Coney Island, I decided to offer Mo some of this meal I cooked, and he refused.
He tried to give me something, but what he had to give me, like I told him, if he made it here, it stay here. I said, I don't want to take it with me. And Red said, man, what I'm going to do with it? I said, the same thing you always do with it. Make a wish and eat it.
Mama,
Oh, man, that guy's good.
By no means, king of the world.
Right next to a Chase Bank, no less, but okay. That was good. Happy New Year now.
Right on, Red. That place is gold, man. Man, do what he got to do. All right, what's last on our list, Karen?
Last but certainly not least are the immigrants in Title 42. Charlie, you took a trip down to the border and gave us some firsthand insight into what it was like to be on the border and try to cross, and what it was, what you were crossing into, what you were leaving from, and
we're rolling that tape. It's
all right.
It's
you and
not,
Elvis.
It's not difficult. That border's open, man.
I like that bag you have.
Well, thank you very much. It's a handmade friend of mine.
You have friends?
Here he is. Elvis is entering the country. Well, I got too many friends. I got friends. I got haters, and this is my newest friend, Elvis Moncada. Nice dude. Good luck, Elvis.
He's fighting the current.
Well, now...
And he can't swim.
Considering this situation at the border, again, I was summoned by my new BFF, Chris Cuomo, to discuss the matter. I believe we have some tape.
We gotta watch Chris again.
All right. Did you hear about this new addition?
You get a national hit,
coming
man. You
across
do
the
what you
US
do.
border from Mexico. It's very odd. who decides to be quiet about things these days? Russians trying to get away from that diseased country. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them are coming across with other migrants. And word is just starting to come out. It's interesting, right? Why? It doesn't play into the political mainframe of the game. That's why. So let me get to you somebody who is literally allergic to BS. All right, I want to bring in Charlie LeDuff. He is the host of the No BS News Hour.
bullshit.
He won the Pulitzer. He's a real deal journalist. I've looked up to him and his work for a long time. It's great to have him as part of the family. Charlie, Merry Christmas. Best to you and the family.
You too, my brother. Just so
He's
you
my
know,
brother.
a little bit of sound difficulty, but I hear you pretty well.
All right, good. I want you to do most of the talking so you won't have to listen too much. One, what do you
I
make
want Bill
of this
back.
new...
That was hilarious.
First of all, it's hilarious, but the joke is on him. I mean, the idea that you only care about BS if it affects the other side. And we wonder why the game is so broke. We wonder why people want nothing to do with it. It's like, it's that right there. I get he's coming from a good place. It's just a bad position. What was your take?
Yeah, he made you look smart. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I look at the two political parties as corporate. I look at them as corporate mobs. We all do. And in fact, the reason you have a guy like Santos, and it smells to me like somebody's paying him to get him on there, is all those nice people you're talking about on Main Street. They're not so nice anymore. They're the ones paying him, so he votes the way they want him to, so they get the things they need in places like Jackson, Mississippi, or El Paso, Texas, or Detroit, Michigan. Don't get them.
Amen, amen. So Russians coming across the border with other migrants. How does that feed into your understanding of just how broken the system is down there and figuring out who comes in and who stays out?
Well, it's broken, and when I just returned a couple weeks ago, they were there when I was there. It's important to know, though, this is the biggest wave since 2000. When NAFTA went into effect and the peso fell in the toilet. I have a very good friend to this day. He's now an American citizen, but he was Russian, and he came through the broken border then. So now what you're seeing is that on steroids. It's double now. It's historic. But what's interesting that I didn't see, that other reporters are now saying, is you're seeing draft dodgers from Russia crossing the border. That's how insane it's become. So is that guy an asylum potential citizen, person we let in? Is it because you're hungry, you're broke, you're poor, you heard something? The truth of the matter is, it's being reported now. I've been saying it. The border is open. The border is not closed. It's more BS, like you said, at the top. So very well. They're just lying to us.
Now, the question is, why don't they fix it when they do have a good hook for interest and the desire to spend money on the problem, which is fentanyl? People are freaking out about fentanyl. It's the first time I've ever heard parents, this was interesting for me, Charlie, how the work gets filtered through your personal life. Parents who don't want their kids doing drugs, okay, even marijuana, are saying, hey, listen, if you're smoking weed, don't buy it on the street. Please don't buy it on the street. I keep reading stories about fentanyl getting into the weed and kids are dying. Let me know. We'll get a medical marijuana card, or I have friends who smoke it. I'll get you stuff that we know is clean. The problem is really scaring people, which is a great currency for government to do something about it. Now, one, what do you think about their tolerance to do something about it? And two, how straight line would the analysis be on getting things better where it comes to this particular drug across the border?
So you're asking me, what should our government be doing? How can we get a handle on this thing?
Can they get a handle on it? And if they can, what would that look like?
Well, look, fentanyl, whether it's being carried in by mules in a historic just swamping of the border, if it's being carried, sure. But my guess is, experts I know, Border Patrol, I talk, that stuff's so compact, that stuff's coming into trucks, right? And if it is on mules, Border Patrol is being distracted by the large groups of people, like 10,000 people a week in El Paso. Border Patrol can actually see them at night running. They don't even bother. They're too busy processing people. But if you look at the origins of fentanyl, bro, Chinese parts, right? Mexican cooks, who are two of our three biggest trading partners in the world? China, Mexico. You don't help us get a handle on this, then big stick. I shut the border down commercially.
Excellent analysis, Mr. LeDuff.
This is going to be good
really
in
was.
2023. I'm going to like that. The Exchange with Charlie LeDuff. That should be your special.
Is that
Yeah,
what
that's what it's called. But I'm saying that's what it should be every time you appear on his show. The Exchange with Charlie LeDuff.
I gotta tell you, his show is miles better on News Nation.
Because he gets to be himself.
You got it.
Right? You know.
And he's miles better when you're on there because you get to see his personality.
To borrow Karen's phrase, it's all performative on television.
Of course it is.
Who wants-
But you elevate the conversation. You're helping him. You are. I'll say that.
I actually like the guy.
Yeah, I used to love watching him.
And do you like him now that he's more moderate?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, like Mark said, he can just kind of, he doesn't have the confines that we knew as CNN.
Yeah, or the mandate.
Yeah.
I have some Moe for you guys. Some champers.
Ooh,
Champagne.
Champagne.
Three Stooges calls it champagne.
Thank you right there. I'm just pop this cork to you. It's been a great year with you all, and the show's rocking. You could see it. I mean, just with each other. What's happening with the ratings? Thank you all out there. Oh, yeah.
What a pro.
Knows how to do that? See that? Right in the bucket, bro. Right there. Wait, what'd you say, hippie? We got somebody on the phone?
He is gone. He didn't want to wait.
They got tired of waiting.
We got a random person. Go ahead and put
A
him on.
random person.
I'm pouring.
Just give me this much, Charlie, because I'm going to toast, but I don't drink, so
Rando.
Shit.
I don't want to waste it.
I hope to trick you.
Rando,
You
who's
can't.
on the line?
Yeah, who's on the line? You on the line? Excellent.
Hello. Yeah, that seems about a great way to finish the year.
We'll fix it in post. What are you guys doing with that phone thing, man? Like,
Is he there now?
Karen, Mark, everybody.
Oh, hi.
who's this?
Hey, my name is Brian. I live in Warren.
Hey, Warren. Just kidding, Brian.
Hey,
I just poured you a glass of champagne.
I love
Holmes.
all you. I love all you guys. I've been watching you quite some time. It's just been hard to get a hold of you.
I know. We'll
I
fix
just
that in
wanna-
post.
I just want to say a happy New Year to everybody.
Right on, man. That's nice.
And hey, if you get a chance, put the Lafayette Rat
Here we go.
and a picture of Mayor, what's his name, Dugan,
Sure.
side by side. They look the same.
Brian may be on to something.
Yes. Hey, Brian, right here. This one's for you right here in the front, in spirit. Right? We love you, man. Let's stick together.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me. I got one shot of Jim Beam apple.
Oh.
Jim Beam. That's the community right there.
Okay, I'm right with you. Happy
All right.
New Year to everybody. in
Happy
the
New Year,
studio.
Brian. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
I have one.
Charlie's walking around.
Come get it. Come on now. Somebody come get it.
You're not on camera. Come on.
I'm gonna go get it. Then I'm gonna.
She doesn't want to be on
I'm gonna
camera.
have seconds.
Just give Mark
I mean, just look at me. I'm used to seconds.
give
and
Mark the
thirds,
bottle.
and fifths and
We'll be
sixths.
doing that afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I got another interview to do tonight, so you
Oh,
can't.
yeah,
Oh, that's
that's right.
right.
Yeah.
Forgot I never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot in the days of old anxiety?
Look, speed up, man.
Okay.
In the days of old anxiety. The Pokes. Anyway, to all of you out there, very happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Love you back and more.
And hey, man, hey, brother out there in Warren, you out there?
He's gone.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
That Jim Beam did him in.
So's the Jimmy.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll see you next year.